7 o'clock, Sharice. I think we're ready to go. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharice Stokes, and I'm the Executive Director for the Alabama Collective. And I'd like to welcome you to our Entrepreneurship Hackathon info session. In today's session, we'll cover a number of items. We'll give you an overview of the Entrepreneurship Hackathon itself and the fact that this is a statewide competition that is eligible to students across any Alabama college or university, both 2-year and 4-year public and private institutions within the state of Alabama. It is open to current graduate and undergraduate students. Our mission with this Entrepreneurship Hackathon is to make sure that we are growing the next generation of innovators, but we really want to expose students to entrepreneurship and problem solving as a whole. If you are a recent alum, within 3 years, you can also participate in the hackathon. You can participate as an individual or in teams, but only up to 4 members per team. You do not have to have any experience whatsoever to participate. We intend to provide you with the resources and tools that you'll need to be competitive. But what we'd like you to do is to come prepared with some great innovative business ideas. But they must relate to public safety and also integrate AI into your solution. Now, for the prizes, let's get to the fun stuff. First place will win $10,000 in this hackathon. Second place at $3,000. Third place, fourth place, and fifth place will go to $2,000 and $1,000 each. Well, we have some pretty important dates, and we want to make sure that you are marking your calendars for these dates. Our info session is held today. We will post this recording on our website so that if anyone was not able to attend the info session, they can always refer back to this information. You have until Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to submit your intent to compete. The only way that you will be eligible to attend the online mandatory entrepreneurship intensive training on Monday, November 17th is if you submit an intent to compete. We will review those to make sure that you're eligible, and then we will extend invitations and provide all of the login information for the Monday intensive training. Your whole team does not have to attend that training, but at least one member of your team must attend the online intensive training. After that, you'll have a week to be able to submit your videos in your written submission. That is due at 11:59 p.m. on the 24th of November. And then you'll get to take a break a little bit over the holidays, and we'll have an opportunity to notify you if you've made the top 10. If you made the top 10, you have to let us know within 48 hours of your confirmation to attend our finale. That entrepreneurial exchange workshop and pitch finale will take place in Birmingham, downtown Birmingham, on Thursday, January 29th. It is a full day event, and it is mandatory that you attend the entire day. We will provide travel stipends to that event as well. Next chart. Want to talk a little bit about the Entrepreneurial Online Intensive Training. By submitting your intent to compete and us verifying that you're eligible, you'll have an opportunity to attend this training. Even though only one member has to attend that training, it is a 2-hour training, and it will be conducted by Josh Sahib, who's an instructor at Auburn University. He will ensure that you are fully aware of all of the requirements. He'll talk to you about how to get started on your idea, but also will give you a number of good, helpful hints, best practices, and entrepreneurship training that will help to guide you through a successful submission, both video and written submission. You have to make sure that you attend this training in order to be able to submit your video submission as well as your written submission. All of our committed teams will receive the meeting invite and all the details via email next week. Now, just to give you an idea of what that full day event looks like in January, we will do training where we'll provide additional information on AI as well as information on access to capital. You'll have an opportunity to also hear from founders and funders, those that are doing similar work, those that are currently in the ecosystem, as well as those that are funding entrepreneurs and startups. You will also do the top 10. The live pitch competition will happen where you'll have an opportunity to demo your application for a panel of judges. You'll also get a chance to meet those that are in the ecosystem doing work either as an entrepreneur, working within legal, access to capital, and around the state of Alabama. Give you a little bit of time for those that make it to the pitch finale, but then we'll also have a networking reception as well with stakeholders from across the state. All competing teams that make it to the top 10 will need to be at this full day event. Doesn't matter where you place, whether you're number one coming out of video submissions or number 10, you have to be at this event for the full day. Next chart. So let's talk a little bit about what you have to submit by Monday, November 24th. And again, that's by 11:59 Central Standard Time. So with your video and written summary, you have to make sure that you're identifying a community, that you're selecting a city or community in Alabama that is facing a challenge. What we'd ask is that you assess that community, being able to identify any gaps, any challenges that could actually help you improve or strengthen public trust. Once you select that challenge, you will also write your venture plan summary and do your video pitch on that. You have to give us an overview of your venture, and in that video, make sure that you're introducing your team, summarizing the idea that you've come up with, and showing how your AI-driven venture will actually improve public safety. Now, how we'll score you. We'll look at your video, 5 minutes max, and we're going to score across these areas. Impact and feasibility, that's the max points at 25 points. We want to make sure that you are defining a clear challenge and you're explaining how you're actually going to impact that community. But when you look at innovation and the use of AI, while in your written and video submission, you don't have to have a clearly defined or workable app at that time. You can have a wireframe, you may have an idea, but you have to demonstrate that you are using an original ethical use of AI to solve that problem. And then for 15 points, your venture readiness and sustainability. We want to make sure that you're outlining what your partnerships are, how you're going to fund your solution, and that it's really a feasible solution. And then the app functionality. We want to know, how is your app going to function? While you may not
Stop,
have
that's dangerous.
fully
Give
built
it to
out
me.
at that point, we want to know about their core features and how you intend to make that user experience great for those that will have an opportunity to interface with it. And then finally, your presentation. Were you creative? Did you have an innovative design? Was your presentation clear and engaging? We want to make sure that it's professional and you're doing that with confidence. Each will be scored on a total of 100 points. Now I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie, where she will actually cover what the live competition rounds will be like.
Hi, thank you, everyone. And if everyone could mute their mics, I'm not sure. I think it's whoever's listed as, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so moving along now, once you've made it past round one, your video submissions, what's going to happen is obviously there are going to be judges that take a look, they're going to score you, and then the top 10 teams will be invited. We're also going to put on notice teams like 11 through 15 in case any of the top teams drop out, those kinds of things you may be asked to join. So don't, if you're not a part of the top 10 and you don't get that notification, everyone will get a notification, but if you're not in the top 10, You still may be asked to come on board, so don't throw away anything that you're working on or thinking through, okay? But we will let you all know. You'll get a special email saying that. Okay, so rounds two and three are pretty similar, as you can see here. So middle of the day, the top 10 teams will actually do their pitches, as Cherie said. You'll actually do live pitches, but then you'll also need to work in your demo as well too. You will have 5 minutes to pitch live, followed by 3 minutes of questions from our judges. So for those teams, those 10 teams will be scored. The five teams out of that will move on to the finale round, which will happen in the afternoon, where the top five teams will compete with the same flow. 5 minutes of pitches, 3 minutes of questions. You will get a lot of time in between then to refine. So if you get feedback, questions from judges, you will have time to refine your pitches between round two and round three. And round three really should be your best pitching, right? If round one is the video pitch, you're kind of like getting your thoughts together, you're refining your ideas. Each round, you should be looking to refine your ideas after that. So the scoring criteria is pretty simple, similar, right? You still have to do all of those top categories, but obviously when we're in person, we're looking for the way that you're pitching it as well too. So that should translate in person as well. One of the big differences in the design, creativity, and presentation section, you're not required to show an app during the video submission. So this will be the first time you're actually showcasing the functionality of your app. So guess what? It has to work, right? So that's a big deal. So you want to make sure that you test it out with friends and families, but before you show up in person, you want to make sure that it works. But we want to make sure that you're both pitching well, but you're also showcasing the functionality of your application really, really well in that moment. Okay. So if I'm you and I have an app and maybe, I make it to the top five and something was a little buggy, I would make sure that I have my laptop there so that I can fix any bugs in between sessions as well too, right? Okay. So that's the scoring there. So, many of you got this message because you have already applied. If you have not applied and it's submitted your intent to compete, please do. As Sharice mentioned, it is due well, Sharice said 7 p.m. The form says 11:59 p.m. But guess what? Y'all can get it in by 7 too. The form's not gonna shut down until 11:59, but y'all don't have to be late. Many of you all were here even before the meeting started, which is great, right? So take the time to fill it out. It doesn't ask for a lot of information. You don't have to have your idea fully formed or anything, right? Everyone that is on this call that has already submitted their intent to compete will be invited to the all day and not the all day. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. The 2 hour intensive that Josh will be doing, and that will actually help you put your videos together. That is a mandatory training. So you will get that information on the 11th, which is next Tuesday. So you should look out, check your email, make sure you have that. And we'll also send a meeting invite for you all for that training as well too. So you can keep an eye out. You also should keep an eye out on our website for any updates and information. Again, if you have not applied, there's not much to the form. You just need to submit whether you're part of a team or if you're joining as an individual. Whoever the team leads, information needs to be there, and then what college you're affiliated with. We've gotten a few people that are kind of attending online universities that are outside of Alabama. Unfortunately, we can't move forward with those. You actually have to be going to an Alabama school. So if you're talking to your folks, your other colleagues, students, friends, just kind of make sure that they are aware of that as well too. Okay. So as Sharice also mentioned that we're going to be doing stipends. Uh the teams that will be moving on to the top 10 will get a lot of that information. You will have to submit your confirmation that you're actually competing, and that is where you would submit the information about your team, and we'll provide more information on what that stipend would look like and what the requirements around that stipend are as well. Okay. So just want to reiterate the dates and deadlines here for you. The intent to compete is due on Monday, November 10th. The mandatory training will be held a week later on the 17th, and that'll be from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Round one video submissions will be a week after that. And everyone will get the instructions once you've attended the training. So you have to attend that training to be able to get the instructions on where to upload your written and video submission. On the 9th of December, excuse me, of January, you will get the top 10 folks will be notified. And the next five will also be notified that they will be there as alternates. Um, and then you will get your final participation confirmation will be due. You will get that on the 9th. That is due back to us via form with all of the details of your team, more information about what your app does, all of those things on the 11th, which is that following Monday. And then everyone who is invited in the top 10 would show up on the 29th, and be prepared to be there their entire day between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. We will also give out more information and details on the location once we notify you of your top 10 status. Okay. One more reminder on the entrepreneurial online intensive training, at least one member of your team needs to attend. If you are a one-person team, that has to be you. Okay. All right. So now we know that you may have questions after this. Like, we don't expect you to have thought of everything. That is a-okay. Don't, because this happens, come to us at 11:57 with a question, about something. Ask questions. We do not mind answering questions. We get a lot of good questions. We want you to ask them. Make sure you ask them in enough time so that you can get all of your stuff in on time. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us here as well too. We also have other programs that are happening, so keep an eye out on our social media and websites as well, so that you can get the latest greatest information on any programs or trainings that we have coming up. Okay. So now we're going to open up the floor to any questions that you all may have. Antoine? Or
All right, can you hear me?
yes. Hmm.
All right, I was looking at the slides and I saw that you guys are expecting like the submission to be an app. And I was wondering like, is there any like flexibility where you could submit, something maybe hardware related or something of that nature?
It's a little hard to hear you. Can you say that again?
I was looking at the slides that you presented, and I was seeing that you guys are expecting us to submit an application. And I was wondering if like the submission is like flexible, where we could submit something like hardware related, for example, a robot or something of that nature.
Sure. I think we're definitely flexible. It doesn't have to be an app. It just has to leverage AI. So it could leverage AI, be it in a hardware solution. It could leverage AI through a website as well. It could be that, and it could be an app. So yes, definitely. It just has to leverage AI.
Great
Thank
question.
you.
Other questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I seen in a slide it said about a YouTube video. So that URL that we upload, it has to be from YouTube or
The video
Yes.
that you create, you'll need to load that onto YouTube and then send us the link to the YouTube video.
Right. It can be unlisted though. So we're not asking you to post a public video on YouTube. We're just asking you to make it on YouTube. You can make it unlisted, and just make sure it's available to us. Yeah.
okay.
Hmm. And you'll have more instructions like in once you attend the training, the instructions that you'll get afterwards will give you details on how to do that. Other questions?
I got another question. So um it's basically like what he said, but this had to be this not like a business pitch competition. This is about generally with AI, right? Like systematic.
So this is generally about entrepreneurship, and it's really about solving the challenge. So it's not solely about AI, and it can be a business, but it's about a business that solves the problem and addresses a challenge within public safety.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Other questions? Anybody on here participated in a competition with us before? You can put it in
Yeah.
the chat.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Sure.
please.
So when you say that you want us to make an app, you're saying like we need to make like a working coded app, or do you mean like a prototype or like a concept?
So you'll
Whatever.
have to explain your concept in the initial written summary and the video submission. You will have to demonstrate that something is working if you make it to the top 10. And so whether that's an app, that's a website, that's a product, that's completely up to you on how you choose to solve that particular challenge. But you will have to have a prototype of some sort to be able to demo if you make it to the top 10.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Right. So
welcome.
if it's a robot, the robot needs to work the day of. Yeah. Great questions. Any other questions?
I had a question about the prizes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the prizes for the placements?
Sure.
Sure. So you can go back to that chart, but the first
Mhm.
prize is 10,000. Second place is 4,000, 3,000 for third. Is that right? 10, 3, sorry, 10, 3, 2, and then $1,000 for fourth and fifth place.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
Mhm.
welcome.
Other questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, with the if we make it to the top 5 and we place and we win money with this competition, are we expected to use the money for like public safety, whatever we come up with, or can it be used towards our own ventures?
So we would encourage you to use it towards this venture, but I will tell you for first place at the 10,000, the milestones that are associated with that are launching that business and going through with that challenge. So our goal from an entrepreneurship hackathon side of the house, especially for the first few places, are for you to be able to work in what you proposed.
Okay, thank you.
Others?
Oh, I have one more question. It might have already been stated, but how long do we have to pitch?
5 minutes.
Okay, for all rounds?
Correct.
Okay.
Mhm. Your video even is 5 minutes. So everything's 5 minutes.
Well, if there are no additional questions, we certainly will leave the slide up. Please feel free to screenshot this. And if you have any additional questions that you may think of following this call, don't hesitate to reach out. We're happy to respond to those. Good luck. Look forward to having so many of you on the online intensive that we'll hold on the 17th. And we're looking forward to a great entrepreneurship hackathon. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.